Where is it?
Which show?
The one he just announced.
I know, right?
Impressive.
We need tickets for that, don't we?
That was great.
Welcome to Twin Brothers from Different Mothers. I am Aaron Phillips. That is Neil Portnoy to my right, your left on the screen. Thank you for tuning in. As always, we have another great show. This is pre-Thanksgiving show, man.
Where the hell is the time going?
I'm telling you.
Thanksgiving next week.
Absolutely. Thursday is Thanksgiving.
What are you doing for Thanksgiving, by the way?
My daughter, Alyssa, my gypsy, the sound doctor who travels all around, she is flying in. They're breaking camp for Frozen out of Schenectady this week.
Hey, I wanted to talk to you later off camera because you know I've done all the drawings.
Right.
I have the drawing. If there's something that legally, licensing wise,
okay,
could be done with those drawings, but she might know.
Okay, yeah, she might. Well, she'll be in. She comes in Tuesday late afternoon, and we'll leave Thursday night on the way to LA, where they actually open the touring show for Frozen.
Yeah, Dorothy has already mentioned she wants to do something for Thanksgiving because we're going over a friend's house like we do every year because we don't have family here. But she wants to do an after Thanksgiving.
Okay.
And do the bird. I don't know what that means other than people at that point, aren't you really sick of eating turkey because you have turkey soup, turkey sandwiches, turkey
salad.
Yeah, right.
By the way, I want to mention, as you're listening to us and you want to just listen to audio, we are now currently simulcasting on GoLive.Vegas. We want to thank the universe of GoLive.Vegas for tuning in, which, by the way, you can download their app on both your Android and Apple products, GoLive.Vegas. They are on Facebook, and the website has the same. And in case you missed this live show, we go on 6 p.m. on GoLive.Vegas. So please make sure you download that. And as always, reshare our feed. And we thank GoLive.Vegas for the opportunity for even a bigger audience worldwide. Can you get bigger than worldwide? Universal? Would that be universal, I guess?
Well, listen, everybody's going to space. Why can't we?
Yeah, well, maybe maybe we ought to send Richard Branson a whole ton of our shows to entertain himself.
You know what? One moment in time changes everything.
Right?
You don't know. We could be on Mars. I want to go to Mars.
You mean we're not on Mars right now?
No, we're on the moon.
Okay.
Yeah. One small step for somebody and a giant leap for twin brothers.
There you go. They want to thank, oh man, the chat room is filling up. Our special guest today, and we'll have them come up in the guests.
Yeah.
Is a band that is homed here in Vegas. It's homed.
Such a word as homed?
Homed. Yeah, you homed a stray cat, right? Isn't that a word, homed?
Yeah.
You see?
All right.
Matt, the leader of the band the leader of the band, at least so his website says. Yeah. Anyway, A State of Mind featuring lead singer Serena Henry, who unfortunately will not be here today.
We got bumped for Smokey Robinson.
I don't know how that happens. I don't know why we get bumped, but we got bumped for Smokey Robinson. Serena's on her way to Palm Springs, correct, I believe, right?
Yeah.
To perform with him tonight. So we'll look forward to another time. She said to me in message, she says, I'll have to make it up to you guys. And I'm thinking, great, bring him on the show.
Yeah, bring Smokey.
Bring Smokey. I didn't send that to her yet because I didn't want to drive off the road while she was reading that. But anyway, so yeah, but we have the other bandmates here.
We do. We have the multi-talented phone books song guy.
Go ahead. Yes.
Johnny Jones.
Jones. John.
Yeah,
he stuttered when he spelled it that way.
Well,
did you know that?
You know, he's been saying that his mother named and wrote it this way, and he's been trying to correct it for a lot of years. Also, our two guests today are members of the Bald Brotherhood.
Yes. I think they're having an open call for Blue Man Group. We're heading down right after the show.
I don't know whether we could put 4 bald guys behind 4 microphones in front of a video screen, but we're going to try.
We may have to turn the lights out because I don't want airplanes thinking they have to land over here.
The landing,
so that could be a problem.
Nice.
Thank goodness John Lindquist is here because with his head of hair, he'll buffer all that for us.
Well, I want to finish what I started with. We also have Matt Murphy, the founder of putting the band members together.
Yes.
And they play on a weekly basis down at Mandalay Bay and Hazel's Coffee and Cocktails. I hope I got that right. But Dorothy and I, my wife and I, went down for the first time because we initially friended Matt on social media, and we had never met. And I walked in, and of course, you look at pictures on social media, so you know who somebody is. And we become very good friends with the band. We make it our weekly. We got to go down and see, the band. And Serena, who fronts it with her incredible talent of not just singing, but entertaining and getting the crowd involved. If you have not been down to Mandalay Bay at Hazel's on a weekend, you are missing a treat.
And you better get down there before all the road paving starts on the boulevard. It may take you 5 years to get down there.
Well, it takes 5 years now.
That's true. That's very true.
What do we got? What do we got in the news? What do we got?
Well, let's start off on another celebratory note.
Okay.
All right. Now, you may not remember this because you were probably very young and don't remember, but do you remember what baby brand of food you used?
Gerber.
Gerber. Well, as soon as I find the story in my paper here.
Bald guys look younger than they actually are. I'm actually old. I remember.
Who said that?
I did.
You said that?
Yeah.
Where's my story?
It's right here. I have Gerber.
No, I know you do. I have the actual story printed off. You know me in stories.
I know.
And I think her name was literally Ann Taylor, I believe. She turns 93. She was the first model.
So when she stopped doing Gerber, she opened a clothing store?
I guess so.
Ann Taylor.
I guess that's where you go from baby food.
Yeah.
I don't know what the progression
I
is.
don't know.
But I reshare. Listen, all these things we talk about, you can find the actual links on my Facebook page because I like to reshare them for our fans.
Trust me, I know.
I know. I've stopped tagging you. So
Aaron tagged Neil.
No, I did not.
This one about?
No, I did not. I did not tag you in my stories. But anyway, so yeah, so happy birthday to the original Gerber baby. Who
93.
93. So obviously Gerber Foods work to keep you alive, I guess.
I wonder if she still eats it.
Scott Hogue from Alaska says hi. Why would she still eat it?
Well, because it's healthy. Look, it's kept her at the age 93. I'd stay in that diet.
Are you saying that at her age she can't eat hard and regular food?
She may not have any teeth left at 93. Yeah,
Oh,
Gerber
my
be
goodness.
perfect for her.
Oh my goodness gracious! Talk about a long-term endorsement.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! If you are interested in coming down to the gallery and be part of our live audience right now, the gallery, the Portnoy Gallery, is located at 1537 West Oakey. That's right next to the train tracks that scare us every time that they go by because we never hear them. Oh, here it is. I finally found the story.
Hey, Congressman Sam Peters is watching the watch party on my phone. Hey, Sam.
Yeah, I did see that out there. Thank you, Sam. A lot of our regular cast of
Go Penn
followers.
State. Go Penn. Jose's art page wrote "Go Penn State."
Hey, I need a score. If anybody out there can give me an updated score of the Penn State game, before last score I saw was 21-7, but
Tonight's forecast dark.
Dark.
Turning
Continue
light
dark.
toward morning.
That's
Brought to you by Parsons Pest Control. We help you get rid of the ants and the roaches, and we'll help you smoke those roaches.
Oh my goodness! By the way, you know how old it's Turner. By the way, Ann Turner Cook, not Ann Taylor. See, I found my story finally.
Oh.
Do you know how old she was when her portrait was done for that? You want to take a guess?
4
what? Years?
Yes.
She was 4 months.
Oh, 4 months, really?
4 months old when she was the face of the baby company.
Wow.
More? All right. I'm following direction of John about my audio sound because I tend to what's the key word? Modulate? Sounds like you need ointment for that, don't you?
Well, it depends what gender you are.
I guess. All right. What's next on my list there, sir?
Cosmo.
Ah, yes. The lighting of the Cosmo tree.
With the Golden Knights.
Yes. Cosmo Ice Rink hosting tree lighting event with members of the Golden Knights. And that will be taking place on Friday, November 22nd, this upcoming. This was yesterday. I don't know
so
why.
Early?
Well, listen, so I guess this happened yesterday, actually.
How many days of Christmas? All right, we're talking to two Jews here
Oh.
behind microphones. I mean, how many days is that?
Well, the day is one. Eve is a half.
Yeah,
a
but
day.
isn't it like 12 days of Christmas or
So
something?
the song says. That's the song.
How come we only have 8 days of Hanukkah?
Well, you know us. We always ask for discounts. We started with 12. We agreed on 8.
We negotiated. I love it.
In addition to the tree lighting ceremony, the Cosmo is also hosting a Night with the Knights on Friday, December 6th. So as part of the event, attendees can revel in the holiday spirit along with a special meet and greet with a few of their favorite hockey players, Chance, the Gila Monster, and the Knights Guard. So, and the ice rink, which is comprised of more than 4,200 square feet of real ice.
Have you seen that? I haven't seen it yet.
No, I have not. Will be open through January 5th, 2020.
Are we trying to do the same thing that New York does?
With what? The
Rockefeller Center and
Rockefeller,
and
probably
the ice rink and everything else?
Yeah, why not?
Oh, on another note,
Next.
5-year repaving plan.
Yes, 5 years. Okay,
To do what?
on Channel 8, they have a segment called What's Driving You Crazy. Somebody reshared. Oh, Channel 8. I'm hooked up with them on Facebook. And Nate Tannenbaum, who used to be on Fox 5, then went to Channel 3, and now is on Channel, I don't know.
Is he the travel guy, weather guy, travel guy?
He's the
weather
guy with the bow tie.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
but because he has breakfast at this little place off of, I think, Buffalo and Sahara. I don't
Really?
know. It's a little.
I don't know.
He always pops in.
More of the Las Vegas Boulevard repaving plan that may drive you crazy for the next 5 years. The project was supposed to start taking away lanes between Resorts World, which we'll talk about here in a second, and Spring Mountain, but was delayed by the rain this week. We'll talk about the weather in a second, too. If you've never seen hail or been pelted by hail, I got it on Wednesday. Let's see. So the strip at the Sahara Hotel all the way down, it's going to take 5 years. The resortcorridor.com is where you can find all the details.
Well, as I mentioned off camera, the Cone Company is making a fortune in the next 5 years. So if they're a publicly traded stock, I would advise you to invest now in cones.
Absolutely, if you absolutely can. So just be aware the strip will turn uglier than normal because of paving, just like Fremont Street. They're repaving Fremont Street from the boulevard east.
Speaking of Fremont Street, have you seen the new the thing, the dome that goes over the canopy? That's the word I was looking for.
I've not seen it live.
I saw a picture in the RJ. It looks unbelievable, 3-dimensional. I mean, think of those people that take that flying thing, the cable that takes you all the way down.
Zip line.
Yeah, that thing too. That takes you all the way down. Can you imagine looking up at that thing? I'd get dizzy.
No, that would, especially if you're up there, and some of the old stuff they used to put up there included like fireworks.
Yeah.
Being up there on the zip line, all of a sudden you got fireworks, even though you don't hear them, but just see them. That'd be pretty nasty.
I'd be worried to think that I'm the one that's going to be the statistic that falls.
That snaps.
Yeah, the thing snaps and I come down.
Well, I'd like to. Have you ever bungee cord?
Yeah, right. Are you kidding me?
I know.
Forget who you were talking to?
No, not
I don't
really.
like heights. You want me to go way the hell up there, drop in this thing that's going to bounce me back up to where I didn't like to be in the first place? Not happening.
How do you think they came about setting up the bungee jump and knowing how far to raise the rope?
Analytics.
Before somebody
analytics.
Like did somebody go splat and then yell up and say, "Raise it up 5 more feet"? Yeah. How did they do that? How did they figure that out?
Rats. They test everything with rats. They took a rat, they put him on the bungee cord, and then they dropped him. And if he fell too far, they torqued it up.
They torqued it up.
Yeah,
all right.
yeah.
So anyway, So no, I did not see the canopy. Next story.
Ghostbusters original cast is being what?
They're coming together for title of the film called Ghostbusters 2020.
Is this part of the senior tour?
It must be all the original cast members with the exception of
Bill Murray.
No, Bill Murray will be there. Dan Aykroyd,
Yeah.
Ernie Hudson, supposedly. The guy who played Egon. Why can't I think of his name?
I don't know who Egon is.
Harold Ramis. Thank you, John. Because he passed away, so they can't unless they bring him back in some other spirit, so to speak. In that show, you never know. But yeah, 2020.
That would be perfect in the Ghostbusters to bring him back as a ghost.
That would be pretty ironic, wouldn't it?
That'd be great.
Oh,
we should write into them.
Anyway, so yeah, the original Ghostbusters, which that has to be better than the version they made with the ladies a couple of years ago. That was not good at all.
Hey, I just wanted to mention to our guests that are here at the gallery and our guests that are going to be on this side of the camera in a second, if you want a coffee or water, the water is out in the front room of the gallery and the coffee maker there, and the coffee's in the second drawer.
Yeah, so if all of you watching want some water and coffee, come on down.
We'll serve you.
What's next?
Next thing, White Castle. It's turkey stuffing.
Blasphemous, I tell you. Blasphemous. Stuff your turkey with White Castle. There it is. And
I bet it's going to be good, though.
I got the whole recipe. It was posted as a recipe. But here's the thing that I found funny. This is the final note in this recipe. Are you ready for this? You need to allow one slider for each pound of turkey, which would be equivalent of 3/4 cup of stuffing per pound. One full slider for 1 pound of coffee. Yeah. So, you should have seen the uproar on my Facebook page about White.
No, I saw it.
Castle.
I saw I felt the uproar with your words. It was like, oh my God,
blasphemous! I tell you.
All right, moving right along.
Yes.
The weather last Wednesday at Mount Charleston.
Yes, they were predicting about 8 to 10 inches of snow, and they
1
pretty
to 2
much got
feet.
It. Yeah. Can't go up there now without snow chains or snow tires, and but the resort is not scheduled to open until sometime in December.
Let me tell our viewers that if you've not been to Las Vegas or are aware of 1 hour from the center of Las Vegas, you're up at Mount Charleston, which is a ski resort. They're getting 1 to 2 feet of snow early this year, putting a nice base for those who like to ski. I mean, really? Skiing in Las Vegas. The incredible part is in June when it's like 90, 95 degrees, you look up at the mountain and it's snow-capped.
Yeah, you can still see snow up there.
Crazy.
The longest I saw snow up there into the summer was actually like around July 4th.
It's nuts. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense.
No, but snow, and then we had hail here. We had, man, when I left school that day at 2:30 on Wednesday,
Yeah.
There were lightning bolts coming down out of the sky that was visible that the kids started screaming about. I drive home and I get to the CVS by us there.
Yeah.
I walk in paying for some scripts, and all of a sudden, you know, when it rains hard, you hear the tap, tap, tap on the roof. And that's what I thought was happening. I turn around, I start going to the front door. I'm looking at precipitation falling 45 degrees first with the sun out. And then as we're getting closer, it's like, what is that white stuff on? Hail, pea-sized hail.
It was unbelievable.
And I waited till it lightened up just enough, and I went out to my car. It was parked right in front. Let me tell you, I got pelted by a few of those suckers. Those hurt. I think I got concussed getting in my car.
Well, we didn't have a trainer on site, so you had to go home.
I know that is very true, but I took pictures of it.
Hey, I went to page 2 for things that are coming up, and it's blank. So I guess I did my job.
Well, we have one more.
Oh, we do. What do you got?
We have the resort world.
Oh, all right. I didn't get that in my notes.
$4.3 billion Las Vegas Strip. Well, I can't give you everything. Las Vegas Strip Resort, most expensive hotel casino ever to open midsummer 2021. Malaysia-based Genting Group unveiled updates this week about the company's Resorts World Las Vegas, now expected to open in 2021.
How much did they go over budget? Because it was going to be not the most expensive property. Then they went over budget, which makes it the most expensive.
No idea.
I think it was like $600 million over.
All I know is it's $0.3 million billion. No, it's $3 million more than the $4 billion project for Cosmopolitan.
That's crazy.
So this is a $4.3 billion project. 5,000 square feet capacity 5,000 capacity state-of-the-art theater, 75,000 square foot nightlife and day life concept, and all kinds of other silly, like ridiculous stuff.
They're trying to, and they will succeed, to get A-class performers similar to what are playing at Caesars and at the Mirage and at all the big places. They want to be the featured. I think it's a great idea because the North Las Vegas Strip really has not grown. I mean, you know, we renamed the Sahara
right
from the SLS or whatever it was, and now this is going to increase business on the north end of the Strip, which I think is great. And a lot of investors coming in from California are now starting to invest in the southern part of the Las Vegas Strip, heading down toward the M and that area. So they've bought
past
up
the South Point.
Yeah, past South Point. They've purchased a lot of land, major developers. So stay tuned, folks. We're growing again.
Absolutely. It's just crazy. $4.3 billion. Now add that to the repaving project on the Strip, and that's why I'm glad I live like 12 miles away from the Strip.
Yeah, it's nice.
I don't go to
we
the
don't
Strip.
live in hotels, people. We have actual neighborhoods.
Yes, we do. Because all those people in hotels need to sleep somewhere. So can I introduce our guest?
Yeah, I think we yacked enough.
A stat. Let me try that again. You want to read this? A State of Mind is comprised of a versatile group of musicians with over 100 years of experience combined, featuring Serena Henry, who, of course, has performed with Smokey Robinson and Gladys Knight as lead vocalist, and backed by a full rhythm section, including horns. This band can traverse through hits from the 60s to today effortlessly. So please welcome at this time 2/3 of the group, Mr. Matt Murphy, who is the band leader and drums, and on piano and vocals, Mr. John Jones. Come on up, fellas. Yay! If I had an applause,
we don't have a button that goes yay.
Yeah, I don't have it.
I have to rely on Aaron.
I don't have it an applause.
Now we don't have to tell these two talented performers that when they speak into the microphone. I think they do that for a living. So
well,
we're good.
I don't know because it is their off hours.
We're gonna break. We're gonna break for commercial, and when we come back, the Four Bald Brotherhood will be on your set. Oh, wait a minute, we're already here.
Can you just tilt the laptop back the other way, John? Perfect. Thank you, sir.
What's
John.
happening?
Well, John Lindquist is still silly enough to be hanging around here with us, so I'm putting him to work.
He's a gem.
He is.
I
Well,
would
guys,
like the John Lindquist introduction, please.
Wasn't it unbelievable?
It was
I
fantastic.
mean, I wanted to see that show, and I'm part of it.
That's right. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Great to be
Thanks,
here,
guys.
fellas.
Thanks.
Thanks for having us.
For a group that usually performs in the evening, it's nice that you're awake at this time of day to join us. I appreciate
It's
it.
surprising that you would say that because
they
we're
made a
actually,
special time to get up.
actually not awake.
You're not
Actually
awake.
not awake.
Did you bring your coffee over? Or?
I didn't. I couldn't figure out the machine, so it was.
Are you kidding me?
It was doing its thing while we were getting it.
See now,
You drinking black or
John,
white?
you are so nice.
Now, John is playing server. Look at
Do you need anything
Wow.
else in there, like cream
Perfect.
and sugar?
I'd like to thank the hospitality managers here at Portnoy Gallery for taking such good care of the guests.
They're
and everybody.
unsalaried position, by the way.
That and $5 will continue to get your coffee at Starbucks. So you're good.
Hey, let's talk about the band. Matt and I first connected on Facebook. We talked a little bit about.
Was that a couple years ago, right?
Yeah, you know what? It has been 2 years at least.
Yeah.
And then Dorothy and I said, all right, we're going to come down, surprised you. We came down, introduced ourselves, and now you can't get rid of us because we love the band. We love you guys as individuals, first of all, forget the music talent. But it is incredible to watch this 3-piece ensemble with a full sound with your lead vocals with Serena, who's incredible. We all know that.
Yeah.
And it's great to sit there in a very comfortable lounge that's open to the corridor in Mandalay Bay.
Non-smoking.
Non-smoking, which is great. Good point on your part. To watch people just stop in their tracks as they're walking by and they don't move for 3, 4, 5. And then they move in and the place is crowded and people are dancing with no dance floor, but they're dancing in the aisles behind the seats. The wait staff is great. You guys always promote them and we've turned into family.
That's a really good way to put it. And that's how we feel about it. Similar faces every week. Yeah, we just couldn't be more thankful and grateful to be there. So it's been.
And you've got a residency there now. Talk about that.
Yeah, we're definitely until the end of time, hopefully. We'll see. But right now they've got us scheduled Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And Fridays and Saturdays it will be 9 to 1. And then Sundays is 8 to midnight.
Right
so
on.
Tell our viewing and listening audience where in Mandalay Bay, because that's a large property on the strip. Where is Hazel's? When you come into the parking garage, where do you head?
So it's
Inside.
inside. Yeah, first inside. Yeah.
Did you raise your hand because you were not recognized? But go ahead.
It's on the east side of the property, so it's on the strip side of the property, and it's on the opposite side of the building from the parking garage.
Okay.
But it's right outside of where the taxis drop people off and Uber and all that, the ride sharing stuff.
And the band goes on from what time to what time?
On Fridays and Saturdays, 9 o'clock, we go from
Weren't you just listening?
9 to 1.
No, but we had new viewers that popped in.
Okay.
9 to 1 on Fridays and Saturdays, and then on Sundays it's 8 to midnight. And then we're kind of sprinkled in there depending on how the convention situation is. We're sprinkled in there on Thursdays or Sundays or an odd night every once in a while.
Now, I want to give you guys a heads up. You need to stop talking bad about Serena because she just jumped into the chat room.
Hey, Serena.
Hey, kid.
We miss you. We had a space between the Bald Brotherhood for you with all that hair in the middle. It would have looked great on camera.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I would have just given her the microphone to do the show by herself.
That's
she doesn't
right.
need any of us.
You're not wrong.
She's
us.
got great.
Real quickly, John, let's start with you. I mean, your resume is as professional as they come in terms of your background. How'd you get started in music and why music?
I faked my way through it.
Ah, okay.
Absolutely. It started when I was very, very young. And I learned early on that if I could get my piano teacher, to play the piece that she was trying to get me to learn, if I could get her to play it, I could hear it well enough to copy it. And then
Okay. So
that's awesome.
So you've got that photographic ear.
Yeah.
When you hear music, you can pretty much reproduce it then.
Yeah, but it's a blessing and a curse because now it's not my strong skill to actually read music, which is what's required on
Sure.
a lot of these gigs.
Aaron, you'd be amazed. And I don't know, have you seen the band yet?
I have not.
We're going to go down.
Not as of
The
yet.
four of us will go down.
Okay.
What amazes me, this guy's a freaking phone book
Mhm.
of music.
No doubt.
People in the crowd will say, well, play so-and-so. And Matt behind the sticks goes. And he looks over at John and he starts playing it.
Well, that's a skill.
It's absolutely unbelievable.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't matter what the song is. He knows the song.
It's
Well,
like
that's
old
good.
stereo equipment. You just accumulate it.
I'm blown away by that. I really am. It's like,
A walking jukebox.
yeah. And Serena will say something like, yeah, we know. And then all of a sudden they go into the full song and
Yeah.
they'll stop after the first verse. They know the whole song. Oh, that's all we know.
There you
Move
go.
on to the next one.
Just the chorus on most
Yeah.
of the songs.
Well,
right?
it depends on the song. If it's something that we don't like, then yeah, we got a chorus. And that's about it.
So when did you first get to understanding that music and vocals and the keyboards is your cup of tea?
When I was probably 8 or 9 or 10 years old.
First performance you ever did?
A church when I was 13 that I got paid for.
All right.
Mhm.
There you go. See, notice he said paid
Paid for, yeah.
His first professional gig.
Right.
So I got to rephrase that. First
Right.
professional
Right.
gig.
But I mean, you've been doing this for years, and you know, I've always said, in being an illustrator, ability you're born with. Nobody can teach you ability. What you do learn is technique. Who has influenced you over the years to develop the technique you do?
Oh, wow. Great question. Of course, the standards, Billy Joel and Elton John, but I'm a big Bruce Hornsby fanatic.
Oh,
So
I
that's
love Bruce.
kind of the piano style that I kind of gravitate into.
Yeah, but not just piano. He gave me a demonstration last week. I says, Johnny, you played a bass. Show me in this funny looking thing with the white and black keys where that bass thing is. And then he's got this computer hooked up, which gives him different variations of the style and genre of the song they're playing, that he can do a different bass tone. Now, I've spoken to other keyboard players, and they've said to me, it's not as easy as you think it is to play left-hand bass while you're playing on the keys. Is that true? Because that's a difficult thing to do, yet you do it flawlessly. I mean, it's
Thank you, Neil.
I mean, you think there's like 2 bass players playing behind this 3-piece band. It's unbelievable. I mean, it's just, listen, there's an app for that. You know, that's
Right.
there's an app for that.
right.
But to be able to take and learn a technique, you enhance your technique with repetition. Do it again,
That's
do it
right.
again. Now, all behind all of this, you still need that constant beat to keep you, and that's what this guy
That's
does.
what Matt does.
And you know, Serena will mention during all the introductions and everything, and then the heart and soul. I know the words by heart. The heart and soul behind our band, our leader, our founder, that keeps the beat going, is Matt Murphy.
So Matt, of all the instruments, how come drums?
I remember watching a parade. I'm from the Midwest, and we had this Labor Day weekend, but it was called the Hog Days Parade. We were the hog capital of the world.
Oklahoma.
Nope.
Arkansas.
Kewanee, Illinois.
Really?
Yeah. Hog capital of the world. But I remember going with my dad to a parade, and for some reason, when the marching bands would come by, the drum section or the percussion section.
You had never played up until then.
No.
Okay.
I mean, I think he could answer it better than me, but I think, when I was real young, he got me this little toy paperhead drum
I thought
set.
you were going to say Yorkie, because I met him. You brought the little Yorkie,
Okay.
little 3-pound Yorkie, and mine's 19 pounds. I don't understand this, but go ahead.
And it just kind of, I don't know, it drew me in, and pretty early on, I found that I had a halfway decent sense of rhythm, I guess, and started band in 5th grade. I think I had maybe a couple lessons before that.
Okay, so you had a couple lessons. That's where I was going to go with it. You had a couple lessons. You had it within you, because it's the ability is there.
Yeah.
Now you got to learn. Okay, in my head, I'm playing the toms and I'm playing the snare and I'm playing the cymbals and I'm doing all this, but I can't really do it. How did you learn how to do it, and who influenced you to get the style you have?
It's funny for me. A lot of drummers have influenced me, and I'm interested in a lot of different styles and really love different styles. I love jazz. I love R&B. I love country. I love Latin music.
What's your favorite? Do you have a favorite?
Don't ask
Yeah,
that
it's-
question now.
It's hard.
That's in the other segment.
No,
To be
that's
honest,
a different thing. Well, believe me, I have new ones for him and that. But go ahead.
to be honest with you, the style of music that this band does is unique. And I would have to say that's probably my favorite. I mean, it's jazzy, but it's also really groove oriented. It's R&B. We kind of like mesh the styles.
It's
together,
really unique.
Well, as we said on the introduction, which, by the way, I have to admit, I plagiarized right off your website, by the way. You use the word versatile.
Yeah.
And I think that is probably very reflective of what you're describing, is how you can take a piece of music and put your spin on it and jazz it up or make it, classic, and have that ability to change it around.
What I would ask here is, in any sector of life, we always have a foundation. And if you put a solid foundation in, no matter what level you put on top, as long as you have a solid foundation, the levels are going to be good. What's the foundation? Listen, the foundation behind any band, and Johnny, I think you'll agree with this, is the beat. Am I right? Maybe I'm wrong.
I think in this case, the foundation of the band is Serena Henry.
Well, she yes, because everything goes off of Serena.
Serena has a unique ability, or certainly a very honed skill that not a lot of singers have. And she's got we call it huge ears. She's got great big ears because she can hear everything. She hears all the keys. She hears all the patterns. She hears all the notes. She knows exactly what she wants to hear and how she wants to have everything blended. And she ultimately is the foundation.
But she never sings the same song twice. Now, again,
Exactly
we've gone down every weekend.
That's right.
And we know the song she's going to do because it'll come up. It's not the same way.
Yep.
That's got to influence you guys on that side and back end to play the beat a certain way, to play the keys. How's that work?
Yeah. Well, as Matt said just a little bit ago, the band is unique in that we take modern or popular music and change the feel or change the structure just a little bit.
Yeah, correct.
Or we'll slow it down, or we'll speed it up, or we'll make it a different beat. So something that normally you would hear as a pop ballad becomes a reggae type of,
and it's wonderful.
Party.
It's wonderful.
Type of thing.
I love when Serena's out front and you've got a good crowd in there and she takes over.
That's right.
She takes over the whole room.
Yeah, that's right.
And she gets everybody involved. Here. And she doesn't. But the whole thing is, she doesn't stay in front of the band. It's like, there she goes. And she'll drift off to the left. She'll go into the crowd. Who's got a birthday? Who's celebrating this or that?
That's right.
And she just molds. And I'm looking at you guys because I know, as somebody who sings in the front of a band, that they'll look at their bandmates, they'll raise their hand, they'll do the signals, like you're up, one more time, all this stuff. And I watch for that. How do you do that with her? Because she just goes.
She's got signals too. I
haven't picked them up yet. I was a
They're
baseball
subtle.
coach.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to look, maybe get like the Houston Astros and get a camera from center field and steal some signals. I don't know what I'm going to do.
On that note, you're watching Twin Brothers from Different Mothers, coming to you live from Portnoy Gallery right here in the heart of Las Vegas. I am Aaron Phillips. That is Neil Portnoy. And sitting between us is 2/3 of the band called A State of Mind, featuring lead singer Serena Henry. And Serena's on her way to California to perform with some guy named Smokey Robinson. I don't know. He's a newcomer, I think, to the industry.
But pup.
Yeah, right. But we got bumped for this guy, which is why she's not with us today. But I know she'll make it up to us and come on in a future show with you guys. I something in your bio, Matt, that I want to touch on. Yeah. You were involved in, obviously, many shows, your music. Now, were you actually on the stage playing for Rent?
Yeah.
And that was Broadway?
Not Broadway.
Where was that?
No, it was a regional production.
Okay, and where? How long
Here in
ago?
Vegas.
Oh,
Here
it was
in
here?
Vegas. Yeah, we had a 2 or 3 month run. I can't remember. It was probably 7 or 8 years ago.
Okay, because my daughter is a sound technician for national touring companies.
Oh yeah.
She's now at Disney doing Frozen, due
that's
to hit
awesome.
LA next week.
Yeah.
And she was on Rent for a year that toured the country and went overseas last summer. That's why I saw that. I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah. Yeah.
So-
No, it was a regional production
Okay.
here in town, and we had a few month run. But yeah, I love theater stuff.
Yeah, it's just the music. I mean, obviously in a Broadway production, a play production, the words and the acting is obviously important. But to me, the music in those style of settings sets the tone that will bring in the audience to either scene or to the entire production. I mean, a lot like what you're talking about, the way Serena controls her audience, the music is part of the foundation, is very important.
Now, speaking of Serena, she just, I'm running a watch party thing. You know how that thing works. She tuned in. The audience calls out the most obscure songs, and Johnny knows it.
It's a fact.
So does she, though. Serena knows more songs than most singers
Hey,
that
let's
I've
listen.
performed.
We're interviewing the two of you, and that I love it. And Serena, is with Smokey, so we couldn't do that. I want one of you to play Serena so we can interview Serena. Who wants to do it? Who wants to? Johnny,
Not I, brother.
You backed out of that one real
I.
quick. So
There is none like her. There is no.
you're Serena.
copy.
That's the first question.
No, I actually saw I connected with Serena's mom about a year or so ago on a totally different direction on something. And she shared with us, the people that were in attendance of this, Serena's history, being on Fame with Debbie Allen and all of that.
Yep.
And when we went with you to Clint Holmes.
Yeah, and she jumped on stage.
And
That's
she
right.
came
Yeah.
on stage at the end. It was the first time I really heard her perform, and absolutely tremendous. And I connected with her immediately after that. In listening to how you guys describe Serena on the stage, and I look forward to seeing her all together with you guys. There is no way you can describe what she does. It's natural for how long she's been doing this.
She's got the whole. There are great singers, and she is certainly one. But she's got that whole thing, man. She's got the whole entertainment package that not a lot of people get. And the big thing that is important to us as a band is that we want to make sure that our guests feel like they're part of what we're doing. We want them to feel like they're in our living room, and we're playing for them in our living room.
Absolutely.
And she's just got that, man. She literally gets everyone in the palm of her hand. And I mean, they're just dying for more.
Yeah, the Serena you saw with Clint is not the Serena you'll see with them.
Because she was in the background singing back. Well, she came out front with them, I think, to do one song that night.
Yes.
But she was not the focal point like she is with The State of Mind.
You've heard me before in the past say that I love Clint Holmes. As a person, first and foremost, but as a performer, I don't think there's anyone that I've ever met, male voice, that interprets the way he does. I have to use that same terminology with Serena. I don't think I've ever met a female vocalist who interprets.
I said that to Clint's wife the other day. Yeah.
It's just, and it's not the same. It's just like Clint. It's not the same every time.
Well, you consider the three names that I think in her bio, as well as hearing her story, that I think helps with that. You got Smokey Robinson.
Yep.
Gladys Knight. And Debbie Allen.
There you go.
I mean, what better formula of three people to help her with that style and understand what's going on?
Now, it's a strange visual to go down and see Serena with these wonderful locks of hair and then see these two guys on either side. However, that having been said, for Halloween, they dressed up.
Like Serena? Sort of?
Hair-wise, yes.
Gotcha.
They wore these wigs. Now, I got to on camera say this live. Matt's wig was brilliant. Johnny's
not so good.
I'm telling you. I don't know if you had to turn it to the right or turn it to the left, but that piece of rag you had on top of your head did not look good.
By the way, I want to remind our viewers, if you have to leave your Facebook feed and you want to hear just the audio continued live, go to golive.vegas. We are being simulcast right now on their network. You can download their mobile app on iPhones, Android, either way, and take us with you if you have to leave and can't take your laptop with you or don't want to bring it up on your phone. So I just want to throw that out there.
What else you got, partner?
Listen, what I love is the fact, my question to you is, how did the three of you come together to say we can do this kind of thing on stage here in Las Vegas on a regular basis?
I was given an opportunity about 3 years ago to start a band at the Delano.
Okay.
Which is at Mandalay Bay. It's just another part
Next
of
door.
Mandalay Bay. Right. And at that time, they gave me an option to put a 4-piece together. So we had a bass player.
Okay.
And immediately in picking in considering people, I mean, Serena was really my only choice.
Now I know why he doesn't sing when he's on stage with you. Put that microphone up.
Sorry.
He was fine. I'm adjusting the volume.
I just had to pick on him.
So she was the obvious choice. And you know what John does? John's really the glue that.
Now's the time you renegotiate your contract.
He's really the glue that helps us all
put it together.
Right? Yeah. And what John and I try to do as a team is make a nice bed for Serena to lay in, right? To where she can kind of pretty much do whatever the hell she wants.
Good analogy. Right. Perfect analogy.
And we're there as the foundation and
right.
the foundation and the bed.
Sure.
Right. So anyway, I was given that opportunity, and we were at Delano for almost a year, maybe a little bit more.
Okay.
And then Delano stopped doing music, and we were all really saddened, bummed.
Yeah.
And about 6 months later, we found out that Hazel was renovating.
Okay.
And they redid the sound system. They redid the bar. They basically redid the whole room, and then offered me the opportunity to put a band in there and said, no, we can't have 4 people. We can only have 3.
Gotcha.
I'm laughing. Serena goes, now this should be fun. Please, somebody imitate me.
Good luck, fellas.
Yeah.
Good luck.
I'm not that guy. So
love you.
Yeah, we miss you, kid.
Why imitate? You got the original, so.
That's right. So we were given the opportunity, and John is one of very few folks in town that can, as we talked about before, do that left-hand bass thing and be super solid at it, and knows tunes, and sings.
Yeah,
I mean,
we didn't mention that he's got a brilliant voice.
Yeah.
Don't let the voice you hear over this podcast fool you. He can actually sing.
But it's just, for me, I'm able, as a, I guess you would say, band manager or whatever you want to call it,
band leader.
It for me to surround myself with people that are better than I am makes me better.
Sure.
Right.
Sure.
So
right on. And so how long have you guys been together as a group, as a trio?
October was 3 years, I believe.
Okay.
Oh, as a trio, we started at Hazel the beginning of February. We were the first band that they put
back into his. But before that, you guys have been all together for 3 years.
Yeah.
So you have the residency now,
yeah,
so to speak. What's next? What's the next level you guys want to get to? Do you guys tour nationally? Tell me what your next plans are.
What we would like to do, hopefully there's going to be some opportunities for us to be some fly-on entertainers for cruise ships.
Okay.
We'd love to do that. We'd love to do some theater work, in theaters, not a theater production, but
right.
I mean, be in theaters.
Right.
But they're asking already about our next quarter at Mandalay Bay. So
that's a good thing.
I think we're pretty solid there. So that's a nice little foundation for us to build upon.
Absolutely.
Any opportunity, notoriety, the new venue by Ken Henderson from Best Agency.
Yeah.
Down at Neonopolis, the new facility, 30,000 plus square feet.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
It's and they're now just getting their foundation foothold into all the different rooms that they're going to have
right.
lounges there.
Mm-hmm.
That would be, in my opinion, a whole new crowd for you guys.
That's right.
And that one moment in time changes everything. You don't know who's going to be in that crowd.
That's right.
We are doing, speaking of that wonderful location, we are doing a thing for St. Jude's Ranch, and it's called Rhythm
St. Jude's
of Hope.
Ranch for Children, which is
That's
our
right.
charity here at Portnoy Gallery.
That's right. So we will be, they're doing a benefit January 12th, and we're going to be opening up the benefit. We're going to be the band as
Excellent.
People are walking in. We're going to be that band. So the event starts at 2:00. And I think it'll go to like 5 or 6, and get your tickets online. And
if you can send me a flyer or something
Sure.
pertaining to that event, I'll share it on the show and I'll repost it on social
Absolutely.
media as well.
But we're honored to be a part of that. Clint's on that. Kelly's on that. Zoe Bowie is on that, and a bunch of great acts. Michael Shapiro. Yeah.
Is there a better person? I'm going to put that right here live in this town, other than Kelly Clinton Holmes, who supports and promotes all of the local entertainment? She is just a gem.
She is.
She really is.
She is.
Absolutely. And one of the nicest people.
One of the nicest people you'll ever meet. And you know what? We see Kelly down in Tuscany every Wednesday, and she's down at the Bootlegger on Mondays. But this is a person who's got a heart of gold that really supports local entertainment in the
100%.
city.
Yeah.
And new people coming into town.
Much like yourself, sir.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. But, I draw and they sing, and I'd love to sing and they'd love to draw. So I don't know where the hell we go with that one. But people that have just moved into town that want to get some recognition, she's the first one to give it to people.
Yeah.
And that's wonderful. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
A lot to be said for that. And, when with that, you can tell that there's no ego involved.
No.
She wants the best for truly wants the best for
Yeah,
everybody.
and I've gone to the Tuscany as well, and she puts everybody else in the spotlight, lets
Yeah.
them do their thing. It's not about her.
That's right.
She lets everybody do their thing.
That's
and,
right.
and has the
I
spotlight.
was down there Wednesday, and I got to tell you this because this was a great moment. Friend of mine, John Acosta from BG's Gold. You know, they got a big event coming down at Green Valley, but John showed up Wednesday night, and Lanny Counts was there, and Lanny, where you can play the phone book, Lanny can sing the phone book.
That's right.
Right. They both got on stage for a BG's medley, and Lanny can get up to that. Lanny can, you know, his voice is incredible, the range. He and John Acosta were doing a couple of the BG songs, and finally at the end, I walked over to John, gave him a big hug, and said, "Oh man, you were unbelievable. Do you ever think of bringing Lanny? You know, like if one of your BJs?" He says, "Yeah, we'll call him the black sheep of the Gibb family." And it was perfect. It was a perfect line.
Yeah.
And I think at one of the BG's Gold's, you know, shows, if they ever brought Lanny up, the crowd would go
Nuts. Yeah. He's
Go ahead, Aaron.
Well,
He's
that
a phenomenal-
depends on how much of a local crowd they get at a show like that. If you got people flying in to see that show, they're not going to know who Lanny is.
That's
so
right.
it's maybe why they don't do it, because if it's a local thing that they're doing, they get it. They
locally,
laugh.
yep, they would
But if
laugh.
they're performing somewhere that draws the international visiting crowd,
Right.
it's not going to
Yeah.
mean anything to them.
Right.
All right. We have reached a point in our show that we'd like to call Getting to Know You. Not that we haven't, but these questions, neither of us have asked you yet.
Okay.
This is a very special blend of questions. They're designed to be rapid fire, quick responses. Don't think about it. The first thing that comes to mind. Now, usually when I do this, I ask the same questions to both at the same time, which gives the second person to answer time to think about it, but not this time.
No.
No.
Or as John Panette would say, oh, nay, nay. He rests in peace.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you questions from the top of my list.
Okay.
And I'm going to ask you the questions from the bottom of the list.
Gotcha.
By the time you get to the bottom of the list, you're going to forget what the questions are.
That's
why
true.
I can do it.
There you go. All right.
Okay.
All right.
So my first question to you, Matt, is who's your favorite actor of all time?
Robert De Niro.
Okay. What career would you have liked to have done or tried if you haven't done what you're doing now?
Wow. I never really have thought about anything like that.
Professional
So
pilot.
now you have time to think about it because I'm going up the list.
okay.
You'll get there.
All right.
What is yours?
Professional pilot.
Pilot. What's your draw to aviation? Just flying? Have you flown before?
The freedom of flight.
Do you have a license? Have you
I
flown?
do not.
Oh, okay.
Could I borrow yours?
I don't. I got a license to kill. That's about it.
And
Anyway,
you can't borrow that.
and you can't borrow that. My wife won't let me. Anyway,
Oh,
favorite actress of all time?
Man. Raquel Welch.
Ooh.
Ooh, mine too.
Okay.
Mine too.
Favorite suggestion to do in Las Vegas when people who come here ask you, John, what should we do? Besides see the state of mind or come to Portnoy Gallery.
yeah, exactly right. Red Rock hiking trail.
A lot of people
A
say
lot
that.
of people say that, yeah.
Because there's more to Vegas than just the casino.
That's right.
All-time favorite movie that when it's on, you drop everything. You pop the popcorn. You bring a bottle of your favorite adult beverage. You don't be bothered. Nothing. Favorite all-time movie.
I've probably seen it 100 times. Casino.
There you go.
Yeah.
And we learned something
Now,
about Casino last week, didn't we?
We learned something that I guarantee you are unaware of. Our last week's guest,
Tama Hammond,
legendary
pioneer
in the industry from Hollywood, opened up a
studio.
studio here in Las Vegas. The first thing that was done at that studio was Casino.
No kidding.
How about that in
Wow.
Las Vegas?
Yeah, crazy,
That's cool.
crazy stuff. All right, favorite Las Vegas thing to do to relax for you? What do you like to do that's a typical Las Vegas thing to relax?
Spend time with my wife at the town center.
Oh, okay. All right.
Shopping?
Yeah, shopping or a meal.
You get points for that, by the way.
That's
She's
right.
tuned in. You know, just wanted to throw that.
That's right. Favorite music genre?
Wow. Jazz.
I knew
Okay.
that was
Yes,
coming.
yeah.
I knew that
All
was
right.
coming.
Yeah.
Favorite meal from beginning to end?
Meal.
Mhm.
My wife's pasta.
Oh, you're
sausage,
really
and
stroking
peppers.
it today.
Here's the
baby.
softball right down the middle of the
Wow.
plate.
That's I gotta tell you, it's phenomenal. My wife is Italian, you know.
Oh, okay.
I
Gotcha.
feel your
So she
pain.
can cook.
I feel your pain.
She can cook.
So
She
give me
can cook.
sides. Give me an appy, a dessert. What else? What else could you build around that meal?
I like a nice crisp fresh salad,
Okay.
and she does a wonderful breadstick, and For dessert would be Blue Bunny chocolate ice cream.
So let me play John for a second. Honey, when I get home tonight, I like
right.
exactly what I just said.
That's right. That's right.
Sausage and peppers, please.
Yeah. Favorite all-time song that when it's on, you roll up those windows, you're bebopping in your car, you don't care what anybody else look. What is your all-time favorite song?
It's probably a Billy Joel tune. I like the Scenes from an Italian Restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
I like his Miami 2017.
Okay.
More of the epic songs that he does,
The classics.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right.
Yeah.
That's a good list. Bucket list vacation for you, John.
Bucket list vacation would be.
Wait, let me preface it with my wife. Go ahead.
Well, yeah, I don't take vacations without her. I would have to say my bucket list vacation. Rome. Yeah.
That's what Dorothy wants to go to.
Yeah.
Keeping in mind, my next question for you, Matt, we are not regulated by the FCC, so feel free to say what comes to mind. With a disclaimer, ladies and gentlemen, you might want to, if you have children under the age of 12 at this time, you might want to just turn down the volume for a second or two. Favorite curse word?
Don't think about it. What is it? What's your favorite curse word? You can say it.
Shitballs.
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 That's a new one. We haven't heard
I
that
like
one.
that one. All right.
John made up a good one last night.
Well, wait.
Ask John the
Wait,
question.
no, yeah, it'll come in a couple of questions.
He's not going to do it.
It'll happen in
won't
a
do
couple of questions. All right, back to you, John. Best vacation so far ever taken?
Eastern Seaboard. We went to Maine and Boston.
Yep.
And we saw the Boston Pops play for 4th of July.
At the Esplanade.
Oh, wow.
Nice. Yeah,
There you go.
Yeah.
You know, I saw both Arthur Fiedler and Keith at the Esplanade on a July 4th. I was, sorry, honey, I was dating this girl at the time who had one of the brownstones. So we climbed up the fire escape on the outside, and you could see the fireworks right there. I mean, I've never been so close in my entire life.
Yeah.
But the Esplanade on the Charles River, if you've never been there, it's a lifetime. You've got to get there, like Fenway Park.
It's an incredible experience.
Yeah.
Matt, if money were no object, what would be the dream car you'd like to see parked in your driveway, rather?
You know, to be honest with you, I have it.
Which is?
Jeep Grand Cherokee.
Right on. Okay.
I like it. I'm pretty simple in that regard.
All right.
You know,
if money were no object for you, John, dream car. Now I'm starting to overlap.
Dream car would be a 1967 Chevy Camaro with the 327.
Oh, down to even engine.
My man.
He's an auto guy here. Yeah.
Matt, best vacation ever taken?
Italy.
Okay.
A couple times, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Very good. John, favorite curse word?
Come on, say it. You said it last night. Say it.
I do not have.
That's not really a favorite. It's not really a favorite curse word. That was more of just a funny phrase. And
well, he'll share off. He'll
thinking
share
about
off
it
there.
now. It doesn't seem so funny. My wife would not be pleased at all.
Give us a favorite curse word.
Fuck turds.
Well, that's 2 words. We've always said
It's a compound word.
It's a compound.
We'll make it a
it
compound
is.
word. Yes, it is.
All right.
Especially the way he said it.
All right.
You didn't take that breath in between.
Off camera, I'm going to ask him what he said last
That's
night.
what I
Go
want to
ahead.
know. That's what I want to know.
I laughed my ass off, dude. It was fun. Holy Jesus.
Bucket list vacation.
Dun, dun.
Dead air on radio is not
Yeah,
very
no,
good.
I did cruise ships for a while.
Okay.
So, I mean, I've kind of been, I like South America. Actually, Brazil.
Brazil.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Right on. Favorite all-time song?
Favorite all-time song would be.
Did you just hit the left bass chord? Because I said no.
Probably.
I would have to say favorite. God, there are so many. Pick it. Can I pick a? Can you pick a genre or a
I'm getting to genre,
different kind?
Yeah.
but I need song first.
First time,
Okay.
just don't even think about it. First favorite song.
What is Hit by Tower of Power?
Okay.
Okay.
That's certainly one of my favorites.
Favorite meal, Matt, top to bottom.
Something Italian.
Do you go to John's house? Or what do you do?
we're
Yeah,
having
no
sausage
kidding.
and peppers tonight.
Yeah.
No
Double
kidding.
dating.
There you go. I usually like a nice salad. I love lasagna. For dessert, you know what I used to get on ships all the time, and everybody thought I was crazy? Vanilla ice cream with strawberry sauce.
That was you go to Catskills back in the day, it was either just a plain thing of chocolate or vanilla with a little sauce on top. That was it. Right on. Very cool. All right. Where am I going? I'm going with favorite music genre.
Favorite music genre would be soul music.
I could see.
I could see that. Yeah. Yeah.
Favorite Las Vegas themed thing that you like to do to relax.
Yeah, probably I would say Red Rock. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Favorite all-time movie, John?
Blazing Saddles.
Oh yeah.
No,
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely. Where am I going, John? All-time movie.
You gave me that one.
Oh, did I?
Casino.
Oh, that's right. We're going. Oh, you're going down. He's going up. Sorry.
That's right.
I knew eventually I was going to miss this
Yeah,
up in terms of
you're right.
direction, but I was doing well for a while.
You did very well.
Favorite typical Las Vegas thing that you recommend for others to do?
I would say go downtown. I mean,
Fremont?
downtown. Yeah, a lot has changed down there. It's I was talking to my dad on the way here about it. And I don't get down there enough, but I like it.
Right on.
I like it.
Right on.
Some of the funky restaurants that are being
Yep.
put in.
100%, yep.
venues, Yeah. It has
That
changed a lot.
container park is pretty cool.
Yep.
You know?
Favorite actress.
favorite actress of all time.
All time.
Would be.
Who's your goat? Who's your favorite actress goat?
You're looking at the computer screen. It's not.
No,
written
I'm
there.
not. I'm actually looking
deep
for an
in thought.
actress on the
That's what
wall.
he's looking for a
There
hint
must
around the
be-
wall.
Yeah, there's no
there must
actresses.
be
No, just
somebody-
singers.
must
Just
be
singers.
somebody around here. My favorite actress of all time, I would say, is I don't know, Meryl.
Meryl
guess.
Streep.
Meryl Streep. Well, yeah, she's
I
played
mean,
different
favorite
characters.
actress
Yeah.
of skilled actresses.
Yeah.
More recently, Gal Gadot from
Oh,
Yeah, she's
Wonder
great.
Woman.
Wonder
Yeah.
Woman.
Israeli,
Right,
actually.
just
Yeah.
because she's a cutie.
Yeah, I agree with that. I absolutely agree with
I
that.
don't know that I've seen her.
Yeah, she's great.
Where am I going? Oh, if you were not doing what you do now, what other career would you like to have tried?
I like going to the gym and stuff. So I think maybe a personal trainer
All right.
thing. Yeah.
Favorite actor of all time?
Favorite actor of all time? Probably Tom Cruise. I would have to say I'm a big fan of the Mission Impossibles and
You
all
like
that
action
kind of
movies
stuff. I
like me, yeah.
action
Did
Did you like the
movies,
original Mission Impossible TV series?
Yes,
Way back in the day?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Absolutely.
That was
Sure.
a classic.
Yeah.
This tape will self-destruct.
See, it's like when
in
I
5
fly
seconds.
to a location, you know, when you go to the movies, I always go action movies. I like to watch a nice,
Yeah.
you know, the Bourne Legacy.
Yeah.
The,
Oh, yeah,
the Bourne
sure.
series. I
Yeah.
love the James Bond. I love that type of
Yeah,
stuff.
me too. Yeah.
Gentlemen, as we like to say, you're now off the hot seat of getting to know you. You survived. We only have a couple. We only have a couple of minutes, so please remind our listeners your dates and times you play at the casino, please.
We are at Mandalay Bay at Hazel Coffee and Cocktails. It's on the east side of the building. And we're there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in general. Friday and Saturday, 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. And Sunday, 8 to midnight. And then they sprinkle, depending on what the convention thing is in
Sure.
town, they kind of sprinkle different dates
Okay, but
For
pretty
us.
standard.
in-
Those are the dates. Your Mondays, your Fridays, and Saturdays.
until the foreseeable future. Yeah.
Website.
astateofmind.vegas.
All right, and also you're on Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook and Instagram, and
Okay.
it's a State of Mind LV.
And if somebody wants to just contact you for any reason, do you have an email or Facebook page that you want them to use? What's the best way somebody can get in touch with you guys?
Either through Facebook or Instagram,
Okay.
or my email is look@mattmurphydrums.com.
There you go. Because you also do teaching and training on the side too, don't you?
Yeah, private lessons.
Right.
yeah.
I saw that on the website. See,
Yeah.
I
You
did
did. You checked it out. That's my man.
You know,
Here we go. Hey,
'cause I'm
John,
used to it this way.
just a
That's-
quick shout out to Mark O'Toole, another brilliant singer.
Absolutely.
Here in town, and you know, when I mention singers, my favorites, I don't mean to slight anyone in any way, because listen, we're in the entertainment capital of the world. no matter who gets up behind a microphone, you sit there and go, are you freaking kidding me?
Yeah.
I mean, but Mark and his husband, Chad, came down to the gallery for the first time and did a Facebook Live that ran about a half hour. He was like a little kid in a candy store, and it was a great video. Mark, just a quick shout out to thanks to you and Chad for coming down.
Right on.
All right. Well, that does it for this edition of Twin Brothers from Different Mothers. You have been really kind of looking in courtside through the peeking window with A State of Mind with both Matt and John. And, of course, Serena Henry, who is out in Cali performing with some guy named Smokey something or other. I hope he does well in his career. I hope she helps him. Will she help him get off the ground?
Yeah.
Okay.
Listen, there's a reason
There's
a reason he keeps calling her back.
You're not wrong.
Obviously.
You're not wrong.
Guys, thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
very
Appreciate
much.
it.
Great.
We'll do,
Great.
we'll do this again. Final thoughts.
Final thoughts. We're heading into winter here in Las Vegas. I mean, the temperature change. We're now in the 60s, which I'll take over the 30s any day.
I heard that.
You know what? Be safe out there. Safe travels during the holiday Thanksgiving season. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody out there. Be with family, because let me tell you something. There's no place better than being with family. It's all about family.
Absolutely.
Yep.
True.
With that, I just want to remind and thank everybody from the GoLive.Vegas world for catching us on their simulcast. You can catch a replay of this show Sundays at 6 p.m. right there on GoLive.Vegas. Be sure to download their app on either iPhones or your Android in order to catch all the shows and replays. And not only that, not only Twin Brothers, but there's some other shows up there that are building, so we'll be there as well. Guys, thank you again for coming. Have a happy, safe Thanksgiving. Don't overeat. The tryptophan will get you right away. Have a great week, everybody. From all of us here at Twin Brothers from Different Mothers. Oh, and a special thank you to John Lindquist. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, John.